Jai Shri Ram. Proverbs from Jamaica. Jamaica, let's learn a few things about Jamaica. It was under Spanish rule. You see, these Christian nations, in the Bible, they have this concept of the dogma of Christian discovery, which means only when some Christian discovers a land, that is considered as discovered, irrespective of who was living there for thousands of years. So that is how Christopher Columbus, this rascal, was a Christian fanatic, and he is hated in many South American nations, because he mass murdered all the local people there. Even in America, the Red Indians, millions of them were slaughtered. Why? Because they fought against these Christian invaders and did not want to get converted to Christianity. So the Bible and Quran are very clear. You have to proselytize or kill. Okay. So the Spanish rule was very brutal naturally, because that is what the Bible recommends. So the infidel has to be subjected to inquisition, tortured to death, or converted. So Christopher Columbus, this scoundrel, was also there, and many indigenous people, millions actually, genocided. They were killed and they were given, blankets with disease. So diseased blankets, so that they all died of diseases. So this is the level of immorality that comes naturally when you follow such a religion. So it was under the possession of Spain until 1655, and then later this wretched Britain, they call it Great Britain. I think it's a wretched Britain. Wretched Britain conquered it, and they renamed it Jamaica. Okay, so whatever it is. And plantation economy depended on importation of African slaves and their descendants. Now slavery is institutionalized by both Bible and Quran, right? In the Bible, even Jesus Christ did not abolish slavery. He in fact advised slaves that they should be nice even to those masters who exploit them and beat them and torture them. So Jesus Christ did not have the courage to abolish slavery. Abraham Lincoln did. On January 1st, 1863, he passed a law which is called the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation, go to Google and check out. So this is a law that abolished slavery once and for all. I would have myself become a Lincolnian or Lincolnianity. If Abraham Lincoln had started a religion, I would have subscribed to it. Lincolnianism, Lincolnianity, because he had the courage to abolish slavery. Institution means a custom. The Bible has institutionalized slavery, and the Quran too. So if slavery is considered normal and allowed, I think every crime should be considered as perfectly all right. So this is the history of many countries on the globe which have been exploited by these two religions. Okay, so they were importing Africans, slaves, raping women, separating children, families, importing the men to work as slaves. And after Abraham Lincoln emancipated all slaves, Britain also, I think they did something, they emancipated. Then the next thing they did was they started importing Chinese and Indian indentured laborers. So contract, they used to sign up a contract. They used to tell the people, okay, you work for us for 20 years, we will give you freedom. So that is how many Indians, you see Sunil Narayan, West Indies cricket team has many Hindus. Of course, they have finally converted. This is the tragedy. I do not understand how people of African descent, the African Americans, why and how they subscribe to Christianity, which was actually the religion that subjected their forefathers to slavery and the worst kind of atrocities. So it is, I think, short-sightedness on their part to accept this religion, which even now if you read the Bible you will be shocked at the entries that are there. Nevertheless, now this is about Jamaica. So great nation, great country, a small island country. And whenever I think of Jamaica, one person that comes to my mind is Bob Marley. Bob Marley and his band of wailers. Reggae, he was the king of reggae. And here I have collected some of his quotes. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just got to find the ones worth suffering for. Lovely quote, isn't it? Everyone is going to hurt us. That's true in life. Except Krishna. Krishna is your constant companion. And Bob Marley is another quote. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Great quote. I think you should make a poster of this and put it somewhere. You will never know. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Failure is not an option. In fact, I am facing that situation in my life now because those whom I have trusted, all of them, I don't want to name them, my closest relatives backstab. So now I have no other option but to be strong and independent, and I depend only on Krishna. And perhaps Krishna is subjecting me to all these tests so that I learn the truth, the whole truth, that only Krishna can be trusted. Uddaredatmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. It also means, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, you are your best friend or you can be your worst enemy too. So Bob Marley says you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. So another quote of Bob Marley, you're not supposed to feel down over whatever happened to you. I mean, you're supposed to use whatever happened to you as some type of upper, not a downer. What a lovely way to put it, isn't it? The language is so beautiful, so poetic. Fuck the grammar. Whatever happens to you, treat it as some type of upper, not a downer. So, very inspiring. And Jamaica is such a beautiful place. I hope someday I'll be able to go there. With a little money, I think I'll manage to go there and visit Jamaica too. Now let's look at some proverbs from Jamaica. Barking saves biting. I love this. Barking saves biting. That is why you have to hiss. You know that Vedantic story? There was a snake which listened to a sermon, pravachan by some Swamiji, who was waxing eloquent on ahimsa. So the snake followed the principles, and maybe 3 months, 6 months later, when the Swamiji was returning, he touched the same village where all the people listened to his lecture on ahimsa, and the snake was also listening. So he, on his return, he noticed the snake was almost dead, lying on the side of the road. The monk, the Swamiji, the sadhu, asked the snake, "Hey, what happened, man? Why are you like this, in this terrible condition?" The snake said, "Swamiji, in your last visit to our village, you gave a lovely lecture on ahimsa. I followed that, and people have beaten the shit out of me, and I am dying now." But the Swamiji then said, "Hey, listen, I told you not to harm anybody. Ahimsa is fine. But did I tell you not to hiss? You should hiss. If you don't hiss, people will beat you." So the message is simple. A lion does not have to hiss or growl. Its presence is sufficient. Either you become like a lion, swayameva mrigendrata, swayameva mrigendrata, na abhisheko na samskaraha simhasya na abhisheko na samskaraha simhasya kriyate mrugai vikramarjita savitasya swayameva mrigendrata na abhisheko na samskaraha. So that means the lion does not have to be coronated, nor does it have to be given any personality development courses. Na samskaraha. Na abhisheko na samskaraha simhasya kriyate mrugaihi vikramarjita savitasya swayameva mrigendrata. By its own character and deeds it becomes the king. So also we too should be either like a lion, or if you are not a lion, at least you must hiss once in a while to keep these rascals at bay. Otherwise they will bite you, they will beat you, beat the hell out of you, they will finish you. So barking saves biting. That's a lovely Jamaican proverb. So what next? If chickens were judges, cockroaches would be sentenced. If chickens were judges, cockroaches would be sentence. Clothes cover up character. Huh? Clothes cover up character. Cows do not indulge in horseplay. Cows do not indulge in horseplay. Those who can't dance, blame it on the music. Those who can't dance, blame it on the an old debt is better than an old grudge. Pay the doctor, praise the Lord. Pay the doctor, praise the Lord. Then what next? If you follow a fool, you are a fool yourself. If you follow a fool, you are a fool yourself. Okay. Shake a man's hand, don't shake his heart. Shake a man's hand, don't shake his heart. So I think you see the Britishers, the Spanish, all these Christian fanatics, they came and shook these people's hands and then looted them. So that is why I think this is how the proverb originated. Not everything you hear is good for conversation. And then what next? Let us say, save money and money will save you. That's true. Just because you have some extra, if you start spending, then you'll have problems later. Save money and money will save you. Okay. A little pepper burns a big man's mouth. Empty pots will never boil over. Okay. Sleep has no master. What does that mean? If you don't take it, you don't have it. Today can't catch tomorrow. That's a good one. Today can't catch tomorrow. So do what you must do today. Don't postpone for tomorrow. Because kal kisne dekha hai? Okay. A man with trousers that are too short should wear long suspenders. That means whatever you have, you try to use it cleverly, resourcefully. Virtue never goes far without the company of idleness. Think about that. Beautiful woman, beautiful trouble. Words die and men keep on living. Okay. So, the soldier's blood, the general's reputation. The spider and the fly cannot make a deal. I think they are commenting on the Britishers and the Spanish people who looted them, exploited them, made slaves out of them. So the spider, they are the spiders, and these poor people, the Jamaicans, were the flies. They thought they were having a deal, but no, the spider will catch you in its web and eat you. The spider and the fly cannot make a deal. Jai Shri Ram.